Hello friends, myself Dr. Girish Kun, Assistant Professor from Mahatma Phule Arts and Commerce College, Panvel. Today we will talk about the elements of symmetry. Elements of symmetry is an element indicating the symmetry operation, okay, which leaves the uh, body or object in an identical situation or the indistinguishable state, which is symmetric or which is similar to its previous state before the operation. So basically, such a kind of operations or the symmetry operations are like rotation axis, mirror plane, or symmetry points. Okay, symmetry operation. So basically, is an action that leaves an object in a indistinguishable state. So basically, there are three types of a symmetry operation. One is the center of symmetry, which is a single point. Then plane of symmetry, which is a plane. Then axis of symmetry, which is nothing but the line. Coming to the center of symmetry. So center of symmetry is a point in the cubic crystal system such that any line passing through this point meets the surface of the crystal system, which is the cubic crystal system we are talking. So any line passing through this point meets the crystal or surface of the crystal at equal distances in both directions, and this point is known as the center of symmetry or center of inversion. So basically, center of inversion is nothing but the body centered point of the cubic crystal system. Now coming to the plane of symmetry, of course it is the one kind of a plane, an imaginary plane that bisects or cuts the crystal into two equal parts or halves, such that one is the mirror image of the other. That is, the one is exactly identical to the other in all respect. So cube has three rectangular planes of symmetry as shown over here in the first row, and then six diagonal planes of symmetry as shown over here. Okay, so plane of symmetry has three rectangular planes of symmetry which cuts the crystals into two equal parts, and has the six diagonal symmetry as over here, as systems having the opposite three pairs. So every pair of the surface can be have the two planes, okay, which are crossing to each other. So three pairs becomes six diagonal planes of symmetry. In order to demonstrate more clearly the rectangular planes of symmetry, the example has been shown over here. So you can see these planes are the nothing but the rectangular planes of symmetry, whereas in order to demonstrate the diagonal planes of symmetry, the example has been given over here. So these are different systems, or I mean in the different these are the different planes in the cubic crystal system. So totally these are diagonal planes is nothing but the six, and these are the rectangular planes which is nothing but the three. So totally nine planes of symmetry are there. Coming to the axis of symmetry, first of all it is a one line. Okay, so the axis of symmetry is a line. We so around this line, if we perform the operation axis of symmetry operation, if we perform, so this operation brings the crystal to the congruent position for every rotation of a 360 divided by n degree. If we rotate the crystal around this axis of symmetry by 360 divided by n degree, then this crystal will come to its congruent position or initial situation or initial state. Okay, so and this is nothing but the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry has the speciality that if we rotate the crystal around it with a certain angle 360 divided by n, the crystal becomes come to the congruent position. The value of n decides the degree or fold of the axis. Okay, a cube possesses three tetrad axes, which is shown over here. Then four triad axis, which is shown over here, and six diad axis, which is shown over here. So basically, this fold axis, is nothing but the tell us the number number of times we can rotate the crystal so that this crystal comes to its identical situation or congruent position, or it's a previous state. Okay, so that is about the fold axis. So as a cubic crystal system having the four faces, totally six faces. So as the this tetrad axis is passing through the center of the face point, so that we can have the three axes as we have the six faces. Okay, so basically there are three tetrad axes will be there. For triad axes, these axes generally passing through the opposite corners, so totally eight corners are there. So four axes can be drawn. Okay, and this four axes will be the triad axis, because along this axis we can rotate the crystal three times, so that it comes to the its congruent position. So the this axis will be the triad axis, and such a four triad axis can be drawn in the cubic crystal system. Now coming to the diad axis, this diad axis passing through the center of the edge of the cubic crystal system. As we know, totally there are 12 edges. Totally there are 12 edges. So six diad axes can be drawn for different pairs of the edges. Okay, so basically uh, three tetrad axis, four triad axis, and six diad axes are there in the cubic crystal system, so which has been shown over here. So basically center of symmetry is a 1, then rectangular planes of symmetry and diagonal planes of symmetry are there, which are the 9. Then tetrad axis is 3, triad axis is 4, and diad axis is are the 6. So totally 13 axes of symmetry are there, 9 planes of symmetry are there, and 1 point of symmetry is there. So totally 23 symmetry elements are there in a cubic crystal system. Okay, so this is about the symmetry elements in a cubic crystal system. Thank you very much for watching this video.